Welcome to PA Timber Goose. Another lovely Saturday. Nice and cool today. Today I'm on the AT and I parked in the parking lot on top of the mountain at 325. Turned into the scene of the crime. That's where our brand new Tacoma almost slid over the mountain and rolled down the bank. Luckily some quick thinking and a quick pull of the parking brake saved the truck and knocked all four wheels up. This video may look a little different today. I upgraded to the GoPro 10. Better stabilization, better color, better audio. This trip is basically to try out the new camera and try out some new backpacking equipment. Lots of cool things to try out today. I have a new tarp for my hammock. I have a new kind of mule that heats itself, so you don't have to add water. And we have to get some stuff adjusted. Very peaceful despite how many cars there are in the parking lot. You must all be on the trail somewhere. Not too bad today. Working up a good sweat already. All we need now is a cool breeze. Let's turn the camera around here. It's very beautiful here. You can just barely see the Susquehanna over there. It's a nice muddy brown today after all the rain, but we'll need it. Let's pan around here. So beautiful up here. This trail has a lot of overlooks. It's very scenic. In the fall, this area is over the top. Overlook number 1. Overlook number 2. I could just sit here all day and stare at the overlooks. Basically, we're going to walk all the way down the spine, and the AT shelter is in between the gap, but it's at the top of the mountain. And unfortunately the water's at the bottom, which you have to walk down 300 steps. It's quite a climb. It's almost a vertical climb, so I have a lot of water with me today. My pack is fairly heavy. I spy some tasty berries here. It's that time of year. Let's see if anybody missed any of these. Here's one. That one's kind of bitter. Here's another one. Well, hopefully you'll find a few more. That one was very tasty. I can make a whole meal out of berries along the trail. You want to go for a nice walk? This is a place to go. Park at the trailhead up at the top of 325 before it goes over the mountain. And it's only 1 lane wide, so it can be a little hair-raising if somebody's coming the other way, because neither one of you can pull off the road, so one of you has to back up or try to squeeze by. Now we're on the power line. We have an awesome view. Now we're on the other side of the mountain. You can hear the static electric going through there. Lots of humidity in the air now. Take a look down there. Here's a trail coming up the power line. Here's a deer hunting blind out in the middle of that field. I bet there's a lot of deer. Just swing it over there. There's another. I'm not sure what that is. There's another deer blind out there. Did you ever wonder how they get the cables up the side of the mountain like this? A lot of heavy equipment and a lot of giant winches pulling the wires up the side of the mountain. My brother-in-law's done a few of these, and he's also climbed up to the top of the high voltage towers and changed the insulators. They harness in, and sometimes they have a ladder hanging off of those wires so they can climb down to where the insulators are. And apparently if you don't have the right equipment, the static electricity from those lines can jump quite a ways and kill you. So you have to have the right gear on so you don't get killed. Here's a better look at the Susquehanna out there. It's been quite a few years since I walked down to the Peters Mountain Shelter. It was pretty cool last time. Last time there were 3 of us, my brother-in-law and my nephew. And we got a torrential storm that night. Thankfully, because there was a lot of pollen in the air. And if you went out at nighttime, it looked like it was raining green. There was so much pollen coming off the trees. It feels really good in the shade here. This is a pretty nice trail. You got some stonework here to keep it washing out. Very easy to walk. I like these steps. And I want to, whoever made these, thank you. You've done a great job. It's make sure there's no visitors hiding here in the sun waiting for me. I always have my head on a swivel when I'm walking around in the hot weather like this. Yeah, there's a different view. Looking down the power line there. That's pretty cool. There's no way you could pay me to climb up those poles and set all them wires and insulators up. Not me. I hear something crunching in the bushes down there. I'm not going to look around to see what that is. Let's move down the trail here a little further. Almost back in the shade. Here's another section of steps. I'm going to get lots of leg work on the way back. There we go. Almost down. Another beautiful look here. This is Table Rock. Let's do the rock scramble here. And we'll climb out on there. Hopefully I won't fall on these rocks here. These are pretty jagged. So it's a cool overlook. Yeah, that's a long way down there. We'll do a pan around here. There's some big green spots over there. You can see where they were logged. Power lines in the distance. Very beautiful. Last time I was in this area, it was at the beginning of May. I'm not sure how many years ago it was, but we heard a lot of turkeys in here at the bottom of these boulder piles. Can't hunt in here, but there's a lot of wildlife in here. I see a lot of deer tracks. And at that time, there were definitely a lot of turkeys. It's so cool up here. Beautiful pine trees. You wonder how that pine tree there can hang on the side of that cliff. It's loaded with pine cones. Very cool stuff out here. Hopefully it won't rain on me tonight. I should be about halfway down to the shelter. Stopping and talking to everybody that wants to talk. There's a lot of people today, so it's taking me a little bit longer than normal. I'm guilty of that. Anybody that wants to stop and talk, I always have an ear to listen. Sometimes it's a boost to me, sometimes it's a boost to them. Just having somebody to listen to your problems or a friendly greeting along the way. Random acts of kindness make the world go around. And everybody I met today was very friendly. All right, let's continue down the trail here. See if we can find another overlook. Peters Mountain Shelter. Let's see if there's anybody in here. Usually this time of the day the shelters are empty. They all start filling up towards dark. Still very cool. Take a look in here. There's our 2 bear boxes. Nope, nobody here. All right. Let's take a break here. I'm going to camp nearby. Let's take a look at the water source here. Spring 0.2 miles, 300 steps. Let's take a look down over the side here. So where's your water? Your water is over there and all the way at the bottom. Because it's been so dry, there's no guarantee there's water in there. It's 0.2 miles, so it's almost a quarter mile down and back. You could hike all the way down to the back and come up empty-handed. I'm going to camp up here somewhere. I'm going to find a spot where I got a little bit of an overlook and a cool breeze. Trying to get my pack lighter. The last time I was out, I was at 32 pounds, and currently I am at 26 pounds despite all the water that I have on me. Definitely a huge change in my pack weight. I have a new pack. I left the Osprey at home, and now I have a Gregory pack, which is a 58 liter, and it seems to ride much better on my back. Let's take a look up here. Let's find our logbook. Here's our log and a pen. What else have we got? Got some reading material. Let's see here. I don't know what that's for. Here's somebody made a tomahawk. Let's see what other treasures we can find in here. Some more artwork. There's the inside of the shelter. There's a bunk. Always lots of artwork in here. I always like to see people draw. And there's a picture of the shelter itself. No signature. I'm not sure who did that. You definitely should have signed the paper. That's a really cool job. Let's put this back where I found it. All right, let's see what else is in here. I didn't take out my light, so this may look a little dark. That's locked. I'm not sure what that is. Got some wood chips for the outhouse. Here's a broom. There's some hooks you can hang your stuff up on. Let's check out the upstairs. This would be another cool cabin. In the wintertime, if it was cold, you could actually lower this, and this would close off some of the shelter, keeping the heat in. You could actually put another tarp across here to stop some of the air. Going up, let's see what's up here. Fairly plain. Got a low ceiling. Got a nice view up here. Here's all my stuff. Got some ventilation. Let's see if we got any visitors hiding in the walls. Sometimes snakes like to come up here, and they will curl up on the top of the header here. Just about every shelter I've been in, I've found snake skins. They like to hide in the crevices too, where it's dark. There's a hook. I guess you could put your hammock on there. Here's some more pegs. Yep. Nobody's hiding up here. Let's climb back down the ladder here. I'll turn the on back at the bottom. There's the food box. You can see the bear claws on the top. There's some scratches on there. Let's look at this one here. This one also is scratched up. Imagine you're in there sound asleep and you hear this outside. Mr. Bear's trying to get your food. That would definitely wake me up. That's what the inside of a bear box looks like. Basically, it's just a big can, and there are a lot of spiders in there. There goes a lizard. You see that? There it goes. There's a lizard right there. There's his tail. cool. That kind of looked like a blue lizard coming out of the siding there. I never saw a blue one. Anywhere you camp around the shelter, when you wake up in the morning, you'll have a lot of guests. It fills up pretty quick. A lot of hikers hike sun up to sun down. If you're a section hiker, you're more in it for the relaxation and the fun. We usually don't do a lot of miles. All right, let's check out the logbook here. This logbook is almost full. Got to cool down here. Not a lot of big entries in here. I don't see limp pickle in here. I believe that was in May. Don't see any trail names that I recognize from the other shelters. Today is 7/22. Mystery otter, here's one. Mystery otter, tiger, Americano, and queso. Here after some much needed. Dr. P at the parking lot. Not sure what Dr. P is. Continuing on because ain't no one got time for the steep ass steps. It's been a while since I've had a darn taco. That's pretty funny. Right there, you can see the taco on the bottom. There's some cool artwork there. Let's find another good one here. Grandma's not getting water. Heck no. July 5th, 23, rat dog. Many years in from Rouse shelter. A hot 18-mile day. I bit the dust once, but not hurt. Met at least 10 Nobus, including Chad. Can't understand their rating. Getting water was an adventure. 2 to 3 inches deep. Slow flow, and yes, there are 300 steps down. After 20 years of section hiking, I'm blessed to be able to still do this. Praise the Lord. He might bless you and keep you. He might bless you and keep. I can't understand that. And lift up. Give you peace. Drive on. That's rat dog. See if we have another one here. Most people don't stay at the shelter. It seems like they just pop in and out. Let's go back to the back here. It's time for a new logbook. Let me pen my words of wit, then I'll read them back. And we will hide our geocache in this book. We'll be right back. Okay, got the logbook filled out. Let's read what I wrote in here. 7/22/23, PA timber goose, flowing through the forest like a ghost, talking to everyone along the way, willing to bend an ear to listen and share. Into the woods I go to find myself as I get lost in the world. Thanks for listening and stopping to talk along the way. At PA Timber Goose 1. Another logbook filled out. And as always, here's $1 million. What shelter am I at? Stung me. All right, let's try this again. I just got lit up. Something stung me in the wrist. I don't know if it was a bee or a wasp. Here's my $1 million bill. See if you can find a PA Timber Goose geocache. This will be in the log book, in the Peters Mountain Shelter book. And since the book is so full, it'll be in the front. And we'll put this back where it was. All right, that's Peters Mountain Shelter. It's very beautiful here. It's even better when there's no leaves on the trees, or in the fall when the leaves are starting to turn. All right, our journey shall continue. Now we're going to find a camping spot. We're going to set up our hammock, get a small fire going, and that'll keep some of the bugs away. We'll have some new food to try out tonight. We'll check out that. All right, let's go down the trail and find a spot to set up for the night. We'll set up in here. Took a little while because I wasn't sure how to hang my tarp or the bug net. Got my fire going. Here's my pile of stuff. I'm gonna make something to eat here in a few minutes. Lots of bugs in here. I keep throwing leaves on top of my fire. Lots of bears in the area. The bear cans up top have claw marks on them all the way around. So I don't know how much sleep I'm going to get tonight. It should be very interesting. Hopefully they won't be in the area. I don't have anything that smells. Bear can smell food 10 miles away. So they are definitely the apex predator in the Pennsylvania woods. We have a I have a Eno housefly ring tarp. It has doors on it. You can close these or open these. And I have an Eno hammock in here. And I have an Eno bug net. I wasn't sure how to put this up, but apparently it hooks onto my ridge line and the hammock goes through the bug net. I wasn't sure how that went up. So hopefully the bugs won't get me tonight, but it's going to be a very warm night. It's actually very warm. Food bag is down over the corner here. Here's my white handkerchief. I always mark where my food bag is because sometimes I forget where it is, or in case I got to come back in the middle of the night. My line for my bear bag is a 100-pound test braided fishing line. It was fairly inexpensive. It's strong, it'll last forever. And I have a waterproof bag and a toggle that's going to go through the drawstring on my food bag. That's my food. Definitely need a cool breeze in here. Let's check out my food. Strawberry granola for breakfast. All you have to do is add water. Make a little table here. Put some of my stuff on. I probably brought too much food with me. There's a pro meal bar to go. These are always delicious. I have some Planters cashews for the extra salt and the calories. And I have Gatorade Endurance. This has calcium and magnesium and salt in it. Unlike the regular Gatorade, which you have to put an additive in it to get that. So this actually works better than this. I had a bottle of this all day. Now I've yet to have any leg cramps. I'm pretty sure I'm dehydrated. It was a very warm day. Here's another bag of cashews. And the main course, I have beef, chili, and beans. This has a heater in it, so it's supposed to be self-heating. This is a very reasonable price. It was under $10. It has 220 calories. Hunts Mesa, Monument Valley, Arizona. Made in the USA. Self-heating meal in minutes. No refrigeration. No freeze-dried. No water required. It says scan QR code for directions. That's not going to help me because I have no cell service. This is probably like some kind of an MRE. Tear open heating pad and dotted line. Tube activator pouch. I guess we're going to put this in here. Put my chili on top. This just looks like a regular MRE. Shake the activator pouch, then open and pour contents eating into the heating pad. Fold heat pad over, under, eliminate the heat loss. Okay, I guess we're gonna, this is my activator. It's my activator. I'm gonna pour this on the heating pad. Then we're gonna fold the top over. This is just water. That's what I thought it was. Probably like a giant hand warmer. There's my water in the pouch. Got some bubbling going on in there. Yes, it is very hot. Ew. That is cooking. Activator, do not drink. Let's see if we can, you can hear the sizzle in there. It took about 3 seconds for that to get hot. Pretty cool. Not bad for $9. Alright, we'll be back in a few minutes. It said to leave that pouch sit there for 5 to 10 minutes. And then we'll turn the camera back on and open that up, see what it tastes like. We'll be right back. It's been about 10 minutes. It was a pretty fierce chemical reaction there. See if we can get this out of here without getting burnt. Lots of steam coming out of there. That actually surprised me how fast it got hot. There we go. One bag of hot chili. That heater is very warm. It's still going through its chemical reaction. It got hot in about 4 seconds. This meal was a little bit heavier than a freeze-dried meal, so I usually don't carry anything this heavy, but I bought 2 of these and I figured I'd give it a try. I think I got the woods to myself. Everybody left for the night unless there's somebody up in that shelter. I was half tempted to stay in the shelter, but it's kind of hard to make a video if you have a lot of people up there. I'm pretty close. I'm probably within 100 yards. Kind of down over the bank. At least I know nothing's going to fall on my head. Something stung me up there in the wrist when I was sitting there at the table filling out the logbook. Something tapped me right on the wrist. I don't know what that was, if that was a big fly. I see a lot of white-faced hornets buzzing around here, and I'm terrified of them. They can do some serious damage to you, much more than a yellow jacket. I have to work on my hang technique, my bug net and hammock. I think I've only slept in a hammock about 4 or 5 times. And it's been a year since I used that, so I kind of forgot how to put it up. I had no idea how the bug net went up. So let's open our chili here. It smells pretty good. It smells spicy. Some people like their chili different. Some people have all beef chili, which is actually really good. But I prefer to have beans in it. I think it gives a little bit more flavor when you have red and kidney beans in there. It doesn't look bad. It just looks like normal chili. Not too bad. Not bad at all. I'll be back in a few minutes. Not a bad meal. There's about a cup of chili in there. It actually tasted pretty good. It wasn't too spicy. I don't like chili that's really spicy. Starting to quiet down here now. The woods are settling down. You can hear the raven in the background. It's starting to cool down in the woods. The mosquitoes are starting to settle down a little bit. I can take my my scarf off. My scarf I had on is treated with permethrin as well as my hat. And it was so bad when I came in here, I had that scarf over my head. There are literally hundreds of mosquitoes in here. They're probably loving the rain that we had. So one backpacker today, he blew by me pretty quick. He was young. He probably went over to the next shelter. Every time you see a backpacker, you see Crocs hanging on the back. I have a water shield I bought from Amazon. This was about $10. And it only weighs about 7 ounces per pair, which actually is much lighter than a Croc. Crocs, I could never find a pair that fit my feet. These are actually very comfortable. They kind of have a hard bottom on it. A lot of backpackers you see have a sandal where they have no sock on, and anything could bite them on their foot. But I never take my socks off because I don't want bit by any spiders. Spiders can do a lot of damage to your flesh. These are pretty comfortable though. At least they have something to walk on the bottom here, unlike the cardboard ones. Way overpriced. So I'll probably sleep in these tonight. So if I get up in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, I'm not in my socks. My socks won't get wet. Alright, thanks for coming along today. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Now it's time to sit back and relax and enjoy the fire. Something I look forward to all day. Never have enough time out in the woods. It was very enjoyable today. Lots of people to talk to. All I can hear now is a raven in the distance. So we'll see you in the morning for breakfast, and then we'll pack up, head back to the truck. Alright, we'll see you tomorrow. It was a very interesting night last night. Very busy. Acorns have been falling off the trees since I put my hammock up yesterday, and the squirrels must have been running around here in the dark eating them. Never thought squirrels were nocturnal, but they are. I shined my flashlight a couple times and there they are, squirrels and chipmunks. I guess they feel safer from predators at night. Lots of shooting last night on the mountain behind me over here. I don't know what they were shooting at. I want to guess they were shooting coyotes. Shooting at coyotes. They were firing rounds off to about 11 or 12 o'clock last night. More than one. This area is overrun with coyotes. Thought I would see some deer last night. I had my flashlight in my hand. But no deer. Just the little critters that were around me. It's very possible one or two of them could have went past me when I was sleeping. Something heavy came down the hill and went past me. Could have been a porcupine or a bear. Who knows? My stinky shirt hanging up. I'm sure whatever got a whiff of that left. It's nice and cool right now. Mosquitoes are getting me already. I'm going to put my hat, my permethrin scarf on already. I'm burning leaves in the fire right now. Try to get some smoke going. Turn the camera around here. There are just leaves in here. Everything in here is wet. So the leaves are making a nice smoky fire. Lots of dead wood in here to burn. Thanks for coming along today. Hopefully you enjoyed our video. Our hike up the Peters Mountain Shelter. It was a cool overnighter, and lots of wildlife, coyotes, owls, no bears. Lots of interesting people along the way. I have another $1 million bill hiding in that logbook. See if you can find the P.A. Termagosis geocache. As always, give this video a like, hit that subscribe button, help my channel grow, and we'll see you in our next video. Thanks for coming along today.